So we can do that by clicking on that and going to routes. So we have aqueous liquids incoming and ionic solutions incoming, and we want to send them as outgoing routes to these facilities. So this particular facility requires ionic solutions. That particular facility requires aqueous liquids. So from here, go routes, we go ionic solutions, double click, oops, single click, sorry, create route, double click, and then back into there, ionic solutions incoming, this one here, create route, that one down there, back into routes, aqueous liquids incoming, create route, that one there, back into routes, aqueous liquids, create route, that one there. So let's submit all that. We now have ant trails crawling in from these two and then out and back to each of these. And we're done. So these things here are going to give us 18,000 units an hour on average across the 2-day period. So you're going to get a bit more at the beginning and then a bit less later on. These jobs are going to be using 3,000 units every half hour. So 6,000 units per hour each. So those two are going to use 12,000 units per hour, but we're producing 18,000 units. So we in fact could set up another one of these for each of the types to use up on average the exact amount that we're pulling in. So let's do that. Oops. Just double click that. So we'll stick it over here so it looks pretty. Because the most important thing about planetary interaction is that your facility looks nice. Set up the routes, and then we'll set up the recipes. This one was electrolytes, which we're going to route to. That one was water. Going to route to there. Now this one here, we need to set up the outgoing routes of aqueous liquids out to there, and oops, ionic solutions out to there. So submit that. Now you can see we have the ants all crawling correctly. This one here is actually sharing this one's link. So it's 12% on the inner one and 6% on the outer one. So you can do that, and this one here will show you in its routes that it's got some transitioning materials. That's stuff coming through it that it's not using. So 3,000 transitioning right throughout to there, and then another 20 water transitioning back. So now we're producing, where are we? 20 units of electrolytes for each of these facilities every half hour, which is 40 every hour, or 120 in total every hour. So using a advanced facility now, which we'll put here. In fact, we'll make 2 of them just for symmetricity's sake. And the recipe in this one will be coolant, which we will route back to our middle jobby. And the same for this one here. Oops. It's coolant, which we will double click and double click. So now we have the ants crawling inwards, not outwards. So we need to route the extracts, the output of these guys into these guys. So back to the middle, routes. Now you can grab any one of the incoming 20 electrolytes and it'll take care of all the others. You only have to route one of them. So we want electrolytes created out to here, and we want an electrolytes out to here, double click. We also want water. out to there. Oops, that's an incoming, that's an outgoing water out to there. So submit that. Now these guys, you can see the ants are crawling in and out. They only use 3%. So now that inner link is up to 15 because it's sharing. This one's 6, this one's 6, and that one's 3. But that's still no stress on this link because it's only 15%. So these guys here now are going to pull in 40 units every hour. And we're producing 120 units of this every hour. So we could in fact set up another couple of these. Well, we've got 2 in total. So each of these is pulling 40, which means we're only using 80 of the 120 we're producing. So we could actually make one more of those, which we'll put down here. Oops. Ah, okay, no we can't. We've run out of power core. Where's our jobby gone? Oh yeah, look at that. We've used up 98% of our power. So that's the extent of what we're going to be doing at this facility, because we've run out of power grid. I need to upgrade one of my skills to rank 5, or cut down the number of extractors, or cut down the number of these things in order to increase the number of facilities in this location. But I think we've done good enough. We're going to have a slight surplus of the electrolytes and water, but eventually these will catch up after a 3rd day, if you will, because we're running at 66% at the moment now. And yeah, all good. So hopefully this video is coherent and I don't have to edit it too much, and it answers all your questions.